Namaste. This is your host Ramesh Lamisane for a special educational talk show in Matra Education. Dear audience, Australia has always been one of the top chosen destinations for Nepalese students who want to study abroad. That's why we are today talking about different dimensions of study in Australia. For the same purpose, I have Ranju Thapa, the CEO of Sydney City College of Management. We'll be focused on overall aspects of study in Australia. Let's go and welcome my guest. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, let's begin with your aim of visit to Nepal this time.
Just a family visit. This time is a big festival. So I usually try to take blessing in this Dasara with my parents. So I try my best to, do both Australia and Nepal in that period of time of 5 days.
How it feels to be home back after a long time, leaving your busy schedule in this festive season?
No, this is always festive season, so you feel happy, happy time, and obviously the being with family like your parents is not able to explain. I mean, like this is a extra happiness.
I introduced you as the CEO of Sydney City College of Management. To my audience, how do you introduce Sydney City College of Management?
Sydney City College of Management is a vocational college. It's like, practical knowledge, skills. The student gain knowledge by studying in practically. So vocational education is very important in Australia, and they have recognized as the industry skilled, that when you need to go for work or something, if you have a skills, it's easier for you to to work. Once you finish your vocational education, you can straight start your work. That's why vocational education is very important. So that is the introduction of Sydney City College of Management.
Australia has always been one of the top chosen study destinations for Nepalese students. So, in your thought, how is Australia as a study destination for Nepalese students?
I mean, Australia is like developed Nepal for in regards to the weather, locations, like culture, multicultural country and things like that. That's why it's highly best chosen destination for a Nepalese student, because it's matching the cultural, it's matching the weather. A lot of Nepalese people, it's homely felt. The other thing is the security for the student, because when they goes to study in Australia, they have a TPS law, which is that they protected by those TPS law, that if something happened to the provider, they are protected. That's why one of the best. And the health system, once you purchase the health, 80%, 85% health is covered. Lot of things extra than education. Your study is, of course, one of the best thing, but the beyond study, the working rights, the 24 hours per week for students to work, so they can manage their study, working time, and their lifestyle, and the security of the life and the safe country and the weather matching. These are the reason that Nepali student, I think, chose Australia is one of the best destination for their education.
After deciding to study in Australia, why should one particular student choose Sydney City College of Management among many other institutions in Australia?
I mean, in my opinion, we think that Sydney City College of Management is one of the best vet provider, and if their desire, their dreams is matching with us to be safe, or to be and draft person, or to be an IT telecommunication network planner, we are we are one of the best vet provider to give practical knowledge to the student. So that's why I think the Nepalese student, when they choose Australia for education, for vet education, we are they must choose us. Is my
What courses are you offering in Sydney City College of Management, and how are these courses special to Nepalese students?
We actually have about 26 qualifications. We start from certificate 4 to graduate diploma, as I said. But particularly the course are IT. The popular course are IT, leadership management, accounting, civil construction and design, which is very demanding course, and kitchen management and hospitality, and community service. These are the popular courses we have in Sydney City College of Management.
Yeah, while talking about international education, fees structure and scholarship has always gained a great concern for international students after the courses. So, what about the fee structure and scholarship opportunities available in your institution?
We actually have when you compare the fee with TAFE, like for example, we are similar as TAFE. TAFE is a government paid provider, and we are private paid provider. If you compare, we are always competitive. Means that we are always cheaper than those government provider, and also the what you call affordable. You can say affordable for the student. Like we have a fee, the range from 10,000 to 15,000 per year, depending on the course student wants to do. So, and on that one, if they have a good merit, they have a good IELTS, they can get scholarship. We always try to put the scholarship on the basis of merit than just putting the scholarship. Sometimes we do have a scholarship when we run the events and things. That if student take offer letter on those events, they get up to $2,000 scholarship per year or something like that. So it depends on the timely manner, in the timely basis, you can say. That at this moment, I think about $1,000 to $2,000 we have scholarship, depending on the course and depending on the merit.
In my research, what I found is Nepalese students, they are more interested in learning in Sydney City College of Management. So I asked some students too, they are well known about your college. So while talking about Sydney City College of Management, they have a prominent figure as a CEO like you. So Nepalese students, how can they be benefited having a Nepalese CEO there in their college?
I think what we can see is that they can get the easy access, the number one thing.
Yeah.
If they need any help, if they need any support, they can always take appointments and get the access directly to meet CEO. Number one. Number two is motivation for the people. That if CEO was there also as a student in Australia a few years back, and today earning, owning the college and being a CEO, then I have opportunity in few years, if I study hard, being honest, and being, dedicated on my career, I can be a CEO. The opportunity in Australia is there if someone is already there from same country. So that is, I think, more benefit for
They can be motivated too.
Motivation, yes. Okay. They can be motivated.
So what about the after study opportunities in Australia, especially for Nepalese students? Because we talk international students as a whole, but I'm being much more focused on Nepalese students since my audience are Nepalese students. So what are the after study opportunities Nepalese students can have in Australia?
As a provider, I have to be fair to each student of my student if they're coming from any country around the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Being a person, being an owner from Nepal, of course, I love my home country. What I can see that what they can do in Australia, or what is our always advice to the student from Nepal is we promote that after their study, if they want to do bachelor, they can always get 1 year to 1.5 year credit transfer to universities and higher educations. And if they want to go to skill side, like for example, they want to be a draft person and they want to work as a draft person, they can always go to work, in a skill side. Or if they want to be a chef, they can always go to the chef instead of doing the bachelor. So they are the opportunity, or they want to come back to their country, to Nepal, and share and transfer those knowledge what they study there as in vocational practically, because in Nepal there is no vocational studies as needed is there. There is a degree, there is a all like plus bachelor degree and things like that, but there is a CTBT, but very like certificate 1 and 2, I think the education there, but and not much been promoted. So for those students who learn in Australia as a vocational education, I want them to promote how important vocational education for them to learn practically.
So, in your long run experience, you are running a college successfully, you are living in Australia since so long. So, what is the current situation of Nepalese students there, either after completing their study or while studying? What is the current situation of Nepalese students there?
I can say that more than 70-80% actually students are studying. They are actually very good students. Nepalese students are renowned as a good student. But sometimes what happens is that Nepalese students, when they study in Nepalese honor college, they actually take it as an advantage sometimes. Okay. Because of that, they more focus on work than study. They more focus on other things. And they try to take advantage because they think, oh, it's Nepali college. But what they need to understand is this is Australian college. Licensed by Australia, governed by Australia, the rule and legislation supported, followed by Australia. So if the same student goes to college owned by non-Nepalese, different nationality, they take it seriously. And if they goes to bachelor, they take it as a proud and seriously. But when they goes to vocational education, and especially Nepali honor, they take it as an advantage, and sometimes it actually gives hard time for both, for student and for provider. So I think this is the situation little bit I felt in current situation, but now because the government is so strict, and because of that I think the students are listening and correcting themselves, because the relaxed life after the COVID and the COVID period has finished. So they actually now needs to improve.
What do you want to suggest to the prospective Nepali students, their parents, or the agencies who are planning or thinking about studying in Australia from the side of a CEO of Sydney City College of Management?
What I always tell few things, okay? Number one, what I found recently, the parents sending the student around 16, 18-year-old, 19-year-old. Okay? Those period of children is very delicate mind, okay, and their friend circles are also very delicate friend circles. So that is the time that everybody needs to be very responsible. Doesn't matter if they goes to vocational education or they goes to bachelor provider, but what needs to be understood by educational consultant or parents from Nepal is that the career plan, what they need to tell student, that the reality of Australia, not giving the false hope, not giving the false dreams. The reality of hard life about 6 months to a year, and their ability to survive or maintain or sustain on that hard period of time, how they can support, they need to call even consultant because they are a career planner.
Yeah, be prepared for the situation.
Be prepared for the situation. What will happen? Because that's totally new place. Never done nothing in home.
Yeah.
You have to do everything from morning 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. or 12 a.m. in the next day. Not only that, that's the scarcity of food, the scarcity of money, everything will be facing. But the country is full of opportunity. If you're able to sustain for a few months, a year, once you're able to manage your time, your study, your work, everything, the dream is there. But to reach there, you have to face some of the challenges. Those challenges could be anything. So for that, parents also has to look after their kids from here remotely by calling them every day in FaceTime or Messenger video talk, okay, by consultant, because they're trusting. Parent trust consultant.
Yeah.
And student trust consultant. They are kind of breeze of student and the college and the parents. So they also need to keep communicating that's where the student is. Are they going college on time? Are they, looking after themselves?
Okay, Ranju ma'am, it's always a pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much for the time and conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.